The most popular topic nowadays is about foreign investment into China. Counterintuitively, today I'm going to tell a story about how a Chinese domestic brand goes outside and captures the international market. And that today, ladies and gentlemen, is our company, Herboris. Now, the issues cannot be simpler, ladies and gentlemen. I concluded them into three words. First of all, what market to enter. Secondly, why these markets. And thirdly, how are we going to enter into these markets? Now, we have constructed a matrix with the two axes being, first of all, the entry barrier, and secondly, the market potential. Now, what we mean by entry barrier is that we have taken into consideration three factors. First of all, is the cultural acceptance. Secondly, is the competitive level in these markets. Last but not least, it's costs, as you can see there. Now, for market potential, we have taken into consideration the expenditure on personal care products per capita of the people in those markets.
Before we actually see how we can get into these markets, we should take a note of this methodology of market entry. Well, there are basically two important factors that we have to bear in mind. First of all, it has been the case that for Herboris that we have a limited resources. We do not rely on TV advertisements nor any other expensive means of marketing. The other one is that we do not know too well about our target markets overseas, and therefore the risk incurred in these new markets are relatively high. And therefore our team believes that we should adopt a low-cost entrance strategy. In other words, that means we have to minimize our cost whenever we get into that market.
So the current problem with our brand going abroad is the pricing. Note that currently we have a market position of a high-end product. So we want to convince those consumers with high purchasing power to purchase the Chinese herbal element in essence. But now our pricing is only middle to high. It is less than Shiseido and SK2, which are also prestigious brands, but slightly higher than Olay and L'Oreal. So if you adopt this kind of middle pricing, especially when our first priority is the European customers who are very sophisticated and has numerous experiences in purchasing different brands and different types of healthcare products, then this might impede your brand value and bring about less conviction that our brand is good and you should pay a premium for our Chinese element. And this will lead us to promotion. Oh, sorry. One additional point that I want to make about the price is that though you are pricing it on the label on par with other major competitors, but this does not mean that you cannot, through other means, lower a little bit the price to capture a larger base because we're doing market entry. And these means will be through the repeated purchase price offerings and also bundled purchase price offerings. So these are the two means that can keep your brand image, but also to continuously increase your customer base.
Now, first of all, the first stage would be the star location pilot stage. What do we mean by pilot stage is we will start to negotiate with the distribution channels and retail stores, and also start to roll out and design our online portal, and of course start to implement and roll out our online virtual storefront in mid-2011, and then in 2012 we will start our first stage of promotion. That is a more low-cost but aggressive promotion stage. And then by the middle of 2012 to 2014, we will start to roll out our retail stores and distributions in various Sephora stores or department stores in European countries. That is the star locations.
You talk about low-cost strategies to enter the new markets, right? But given that the success they have made in the last couple of years, in partnering with the France, Sephora's retail network, why are you going to consider that kind of network to penetrate to big furthermore?
I think first of all, thank you very much for your question. I think one perspective to look at it is that if you see from the situation of the company, you can see it only has one seemingly very successful distribution agreement with one established player in France. But if you look at our classification for the star locations, you cannot readily assure that these distribution agreements can be found everywhere. It might be through very long negotiation processes that you can establish such a good distribution network in order to sell your products.
Adding on to that, actually for the star locations, if the pilot stage we have achieved a very prosperous and successful result, we ourselves are very willing to implement, to further push forward it to the full implementation stage.
If you think about the brand, the Herbalist, it's highly oriental. It's very Chinese. It's very traditional. It's high-end. But and there are two different big markets: the European market and the Asian market. So the Asian market has very high robust growth, and then it's been the size of the market has been increasing quite dramatically despite the recent financial crisis. It's a very attractive market. However, it is not easy to directly penetrate the market with current Herbalist brand proposition. So the basic idea of our strategy is that we need to rebrand it, and then we need to penetrate some of the cities, some of the metropolitan cities such as Paris, New York, London, and then we need to re-import it back to Asia.
So after analyze the customer needs and their characteristic, we analyze that Herbalist should price a little bit expensive, more expensive than current price. There's also competition issue. After we map the competitive landscape of the natural cosmetic brand, we found that the premium and oriental segment of the right upper side of the competition map is less competitive than any other market. According to the market, mid to mass market and westernized concept of the natural cosmetic brand is highly competitive. So if you're thinking about the competition during in the market situation, we recommend Herbalist to position itself to oriental and premium brand image.
The target market is, as I mentioned, major metropolitan, and the detailed marketing strategy would be like this. We're gonna build a flagship store, and we're gonna make interior very luxurious, but it should not be just only luxurious, but it should be also very oriental related, so can appeal the Westerners. And then at the flagship store, there should be located spa. The reason why we suggest spa is that we thought that we can attract the customers who enjoy the spa, but who are not familiar with this brand. So we thought that spa can attract the customers who are really affluent people. So we suggest the locate spa in the flagship store.
Okay, last quick question.
Sir.
You said China's a cash cow. I mean, everyone loves a cash cow. Why don't we plough all our resources into making it a bigger cash cow? Why fiddle about in Europe and risking them?
Oh, since it's actually, this is very good because we actually, that was our initial strategy, but we later changed on. Because it's on the case, the CEO's goal is to be international, to target the international customers.
Maybe they're wrong. Maybe they're wrong.
Yes, there's a possibility that the CEO is going wrong way, but however,
we going the wrong way.
we like it's not our team's opinion, but in my opinion, we actually had an argument, on this one. I personally think that the company should focus on the Chinese market. Yes, because by dramatically putting our resources in the Chinese market, we can actually make a lot more money, and then we can later on move on to the international stage.
The team's decision is to go with the CEO.
But they actually have a very solid logic.
What's the team decision? So the team's
Yes.
decision is to do what you said.
Yes, sir. Because the CEO said, there's a quote that the CEO wants its brand to be just like SK2 and then Estee Lauder, and then Sisley. So we thought of that as given. So in order to effectively target the international market, we're trying to adopt this kind of strategy, sir. Thank you.